Hello. Welcome to Microcourse. Calculate the cost of starting a small business with Excel. Before you start, it is important to know that this course is a result of the project, Creating a New Way of Improving the Key Competencies of Adults, co-funded by the Erasmus Plus program. It is often difficult for middle-aged people in particular to find a job. The step towards self-employment is also an opportunity for refugees and migrants to create a job for themselves. The legal, personal and professional qualifications you need can be found here, www.make-it-in-germany.com. An important aspect in planning an existence is the financial aspect. How much do I have to generate with my independence in order to be able to provide for myself and, if necessary, my family? It is essential that I clarify this aspect before it is set up, so that successful planning is possible at all. An Excel spreadsheet helps me calculate costs and keep up to date with current figures. The figures we provide are statistically calculated averages for Germany. At the end of the course, you know the basics of Excel. You can calculate with formulas in Excel. With the help of the spreadsheet, you can see how much money you have to earn in order to make a living. To use Excel for free, you need a Microsoft account. With your Microsoft account, you log on to the sith//word.office.com. Then you can use the Microsoft Office products for free. The next steps are explained on the web page. A table can be used to enter the data of this course and to test the functionality of Excel. Before we can start the calculation, we need to know some important figures. How many working days has a year? How many hours a day I can or I want to work? How many of these hours do I work productively? How many of these hours do I earn money? What are the costs for me as a business owner? Room, vehicle, fees, etc. We will add the corresponding information in column B. We take statistical averages for holidays, illness and education. The advantage of this procedure is that the value of the calculation, in this case the working days, is automatically adjusted when the value in a cell changes. If I want to know how the number of sick days affects the working days, I can enter a different value for it and see the result immediately. First, we need to think about how many hours a day we want to work and put it in the table. If we multiply the annual working days by the hours using a formula in cell B12, we get the hours we work in a year. The star is a formula for multiplication. Statistically, 66% of the working time of a self-employed person is billable in Germany. To enter this value in Excel, right-click in cell B13 and select Number Format. In the dialog, select % and click on OK. Now we can enter the number 66 and get the display and the value automatically in %. We now get our productive hours by multiplying the cells B12 and B13. For the purposes of our calculation, we will assume an online shop selling homemade products. To find out what we need to do with this, we first need to think about the monthly costs. Rent, ancillary costs, power, internet appearance including shop, telephone costs, insurance, accounting, tax office, GEZ, IHK, pension provision, health nursing insurance, bank fees, postage. Then there is the salary I want to pay myself. If we right-click on Table 1 below, we can insert a new table for this data. We enter our data in this new table. Health and long-term care insurance in Germany depends on income. The percentage is currently 18.95%. We can express this dependency directly in a formula. Ultimately, we are interested in the annual amount that we have to generate with our company. To do this, we re-enter a formula in cell C2. Then, let's copy the contents of the cell using the keyboard shortcut, Ctrl+C. We mark the cell C3 to C16, in which we click with the mouse in cell C3, keep the key pressed and move the mouse to cell C16. Then release the mouse button and press the Ctrl+L5 key combination. The content of C2 is copied to all cells and line information is automatically adjusted. We enter the formula sum, B2, B16, in cell B17, and can copy it to cell C16, using the key combinations Ctrl+C and Ctrl+L5. The column information is automatically adjusted so that we get the sum of the cells above it. Now we want to know what amount we need to earn per hour to achieve this turnover. We need to divide the planned annual turnover by the number of productive hours. To do this, we insert a formula into cell C19. We can switch to the table 1 during input. Mark cell B14 and change back again. How I reach this calculated hourly wage is calculated from the time I need to produce my products, the cost of materials, and the selling price I can achieve. All this can be calculated in another table. With a spreadsheet, it is very easy to calculate the costs of a business. It gives me a quick overview of the company's income and expenses, and it's easy to see where I need to make changes to achieve my goals.